U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 25. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you've got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Finding room at midfield. He's still on his feet. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, on that long touchdown, look, the pass was fine, but it was short. What Saquon did after the catch, that's impressive.
And that's just demoralizing if you're on the defensive side of the ball, too, because if he catches a short one, that's your opportunity to tackle him, put him on the ground, and get up for the next down. Instead, he makes a move, he makes people miss, he runs through tackles, he spins, he jukes, and he continues to run because once he gets into the open field and turns it loose, he can fly.
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
All right, now here we go.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Vikings had 8 and 6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one. And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 32 on the play.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Giants' 22-yard line.
2nd and 12. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd down, Cook. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Fourth down, Cousins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. I appreciate the aggressiveness, trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. The big man get the oxygen tank ready. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here's Cook, and not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, it'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw from his end zone. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 97 yards. Everything but pay dirt. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The fumble recovery. Jones going right side. He finds Slayton. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far. They come up in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Hey, no, easy.
Cousins on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Khalif Raymond, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. You back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on second down. Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Good route,
To throw is Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. Now run a first down pickup of 8. Slot man moves right.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second and 7, Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. Second and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 3rd and short, to give it a tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. No, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Vikings' 8-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and get it all the way to the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That's complete to Slayton. And he works free. Again, powerful running. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
In motion left, Robinson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Barkley inside handoff. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Jones throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover.